everybody? You know what it is. It's the Challenge Total Madness podcast after show. It's your boy Lim Gonzalez, a.k.a. Uncle Lim, and I'm here with my crew. You know she is. She's always sitting next to me. I don't know where she is on the screen, but you know who she is. She don't play. Sensei in the building.
Lem, I am right next to you, and let me tell you, I know this is going to air at 9 in the morning, but it is 9 o'clock at night, so I'm going to just let y'all know that I'm sipping my wine and feeling really nice.
Hey, get it. And of course, she's our resident Messi correspondent, Messi Melody in the building.
And surprise, you guys, your girl has news and gossip.
Hey, gang. That's right. And of course, my A1 since day one, Filipino king himself, Nilo De Nera in the building.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy Nino out here, and I'm 100% back in with the challenge. I took a long time off watching it, but I am so much into it right now, so I can't wait to talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah, man, this episode was fire. We have a special guest that's going to be joining us later, and this episode was all about her, so you definitely got to stay tuned for that. But right now, let's break down this episode because it was crazy. What are your thoughts overall?
Overall, I feel like it brought a lot of drama within the challenge and in the house. The cattiness of the women and then the guys just being dudes, how you guys love to win or lose, you know. I think overall it was giving us a lot.
Oh man, Messi, what you got, Messi?
Oh man, it was dramatic as hell. I'm here for Dee being a little toxic psycho. I'm watching you.
Ooh, you all the way.
Yeah.
She was definitely on that. What you got, Nino?
Yeah. I'm here for the challenge, man. That challenge was pretty dope. It was a lot. That 1 mile in between, carrying those things back and forth, and the drama as well too. I think it was well rounded. I think, like I said, I'm here for it. It was a good episode.
I thought it was great. Obviously, Dee was a focal part, but there were so many other aspects. We saw Jen really that whole situation when she was Jen. Yes, when she was getting advice from Bananas and Wes, I was like, yo, what are you doing? Like, have you not watched the show? Like, come on. And they're like telling her a speech. Like, come on, girl, you're too gullible. That was hilarious. Soul.
She literally was the first person to be like, let me go get a notebook.
Right. She literally said, wait, I'm taking notes.
First of all, I didn't even know they had notepads in the challenge. Okay.
Yo, that was nuts, man. There was just so many things. I mean, Tori, she was in her feelings because she felt like Dee, owed her something. Her and Jordan from last season.
Yeah.
So that was a trip, like her kind of getting in her about that. And even when, they were doing that interview and she really was at her, she's like, yo, like, what do you have with Jenny? Like, I'm sorry, we helped you win $250,000. Like, get it together.
And and with the whole Tori and Dee situation, I feel like Tori, which I love her to death, so I know her personality, like she totally did the locker thing just to warm up the situation. And I think that's where Dee got the good cop and bad cop. Like it's totally like Tori to just be like, let's go in this locker and have a confessional booth. Like,
exactly.
Tori doesn't like confrontation, but she'll let you have it when it's in the right time at the right place. But with that, I think she was trying to be easy about it.
Sure.
But I thought that was just it was funny.
You gotta be strategic. Hilarious. You gotta be strategic, and when you want to confront somebody, you gotta confront them in a way where it's so early in the game where you can't come in that strong and that hot because you don't know who's gonna be your alliance in the next couple episodes. You know what I mean?
Right.
The one thing about Tori, I will say, and Tori's the homie. We've had her on our previous shows many times. She's a great person.
Yeah.
She is learning the strategy game, right? She's an excellent competitor. She competes. She was in so many eliminations and was just coming out of it.
She beat Jenny. She
demolished her. And Jenny's the strongest woman and probably person in the whole house, according, you know what I'm saying? So she not only that, but she's learning that game. And Jordan doesn't play that game because he just doesn't like nobody. He's super competitive. And I think it's difficult because if you look at the difference between them two and you look at Carmery and Polly, they had the strategy game down. They weren't necessarily the best competitors. I mean, they were good, but they had the strategy down, and they literally had the whole house at their disposal, and that carried them to the finals.
Well,
so
and the thing is like, I know like couples this season it's been a thing throughout the past couple seasons.
All right.
But Jordan and Tori, they pretty much like, I feel like, have different alliances within them being a couple. Because I know last season it was really hard for Tori to kind of be friends with other people, because there's so many people who really dislike Jordan just because of how real he is. I mean, Lem, you've said it. He can talk it, but he can back it up as well.
Absolutely.
So when Tori gets in these situations with people, it's like, okay, I want to be their friend, but they don't like my boyfriend. How am I going to move around this? So I feel like she kind of gets a little insecure when it comes to loyalty, because she really can't trust a lot of people.
For sure.
So what do you guys think about couples then? Like, does it work for them or does it work against them? Because they have an automatic alliance together, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then if it's like in the case of like a Tori and a Jordan, different personalities, one person likes these people, the other person might not like these people. Do you think it works against them, or is it a good crutch to have?
I think personally, anybody that you can have on your side is going to be good in these games, right? I think obviously the way the gameplay works is going to be differing, depending on how that works. I think in the situation like I was saying with Tori and Jordan, so many people don't really like Jordan. Like, no one really cares for Jordan. They respect him as a competitor, but they don't want to get in alliances with him. And so I think that hurts Tori. And so in their case, it's a little bit more difficult. I think overall, I think it definitely plays better than it doesn't play better.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. My personal opinion, I've seen relationships that come on the show crash just because of the drama and just what plays in the challenge houses. The fact that Jordan and Tori do have like a real relationship, and there's like pure intentions there, and they are in love, and they are going to be loyal to each other, I think that does work in their favor, because they'll never flip on each other, or people just know how strong of a team they are. I definitely feel like it hasn't worked in the past with other couples who aren't stable enough, but I do root for them. I feel like out of all the couples that there is, I feel like Jordan and Tori really have it down on lock. And that's just my opinion.
Sure.
I mean, I just am going to have to disagree. I think that it is almost like baggage to have your significant other on here. No shade. I like them both. No shade.
I get you though.
We saw that I guess Jordan may have been under a lot of pressure because he's not playing for himself. He's playing for another person. So the stakes are high for him, and if it's messing with his mental, he's going to do poorly on the challenges.
Yeah, you have to have, like Sensei said, like that really stable, really kind of grounded relationship, because if you do have that pressure, you know what I mean, you're gonna want to try to deliver.
Yeah,
Pretty sure
I just think it's too much pressure.
Yeah, I mean, look at the challenge this time.
The challenges were hard enough
for today.
We want to get into that.
It definitely is a lot of pressure. You see it, and like you say, real relationships. You see people kind of get together on the show.
Why do we say real relationships?
Well, they're like engaged.
They're engaged, yeah.
But we've seen people come on here and they kind of get into a relationship,
like situation. A showman.
Yeah, or a situationship, or and they're writing for them, or they may have dated and then they kind of get together with each other's back,
or just fighting the entire time. And not in the game.
That happens too.
That's a real relationship.
Jenna and Zach, it never worked. Jenna and Zach have to come on the challenge separately, because if they come together on the challenge, it's going to be all out like
it usually ends up being a bad thing. It usually ends up breaking them up because of the pressure of the challenge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it does. So let's break down this episode. So let's talk about this challenge. That they had to do, which was crazy, awesome though.
Hard.
Literally, they had to run a mile.
Yes.
They're split up into teams of 3 randomly, and so they had to run a mile and grab these ammunition
that
like
weighed
Sure.
so much.
There were
Yeah.
trunks, right? Ammunition
Yeah.
trunks. Very
Yeah.
big.
Yeah.
and literally had to carry them. There was 15 of them, and the
Yeah.
3 of you had to carry them into the certain spot. Yo, your girl Jen,
Your girl.
using her
Your
hands.
girl.
He's a young girl. Who are you looking at?
Your
Lim?
girl, okay?
Jen was doing like this.
That
Hold on, I got you. Yo, that was hilarious. Poor Josh. Josh was on her team, right?
Oh,
And
Yeah,
he was, like had to
Josh.
carry the brunt of it.
Josh said,
Yeah.
just help me with the back. And she was like, okay, I
Yeah.
got you.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, but the teams that did the best in this challenge were the teams that had 2 guys
Mhm.
in them. And it didn't help that those teams had the strongest girls in the game. So I don't
Yeah.
think that was too fair.
I didn't
Well,
even
I mean,
realize that. I didn't look into that.
Sometimes,
It was random.
sometimes
So it
people
just
get
kinda
Was it though?
that's why Tori said what she said about the challenge gods being in her favor, because Jordan was on this
The
crazy
challenge gods being MTV producers.
I don't know. There's just people who absolutely just get fucked over. I mean, the fact that I'm going back to your girl, Lim, okay? Because your girl, this is why I had this. She said what she wants to do with the money. She wants to open her own bikini line. Girl, I'm gonna need you to get something more passionate. Like, I get it. I'm not hating.
You can be passionate about bikinis.
Okay,
Knock
you
the
can
hustle.
be passionate about a bikini.
Don't knock it.
Nothing more meaningful than a bikini.
But
I can
look,
a bikini.
You can't pick on somebody's dream like that.
Girl, bye. I'm
No
just
kitty
saying.
dreams. Don't be
Girl,
bad.
you
Look
can
at-
you can get your bikini line from a sugar daddy, okay, bitch?
oh, look at Victoria's Secret. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's not just bikini,
money.
but that's money with
Look,
everything.
if I got 100, or if I had $1 million, I would like think about my family. I'd think about, like, you know, the home I would want to get. And she's over here thinking about a bikini line. I just can't. But that's
Well, she wants her money to grow.
Don't knock the hustle. Don't
Yeah,
knock the hustle. Don't knock it.
I'm here
Don't
for a
knock it.
bikini line, sis. If that's what
Hey.
you want to do and you see money at that finish line, do it.
okay.
What I'm not here for, though, is her showing like her weakness. Like, you know, this is the challenge. You can't be showing yourself like that. Like,
Right.
you can't, you know, and to take Wes and everyone else's, you know, ideas to try to save yourself. No.
I really feel like she's just new and really oblivious to it. Would be like me going into the challenge. I'm gonna be like, who are
You
y'all?
would never.
Let me
No,
listen.
girl, that is
You
not
would never
true.
know. You would
First
never.
of all,
I don't know.
and I think it's everything on top of then that comment. You know, it's like me seeing her doing the challenge that she had to do, and then on top of like her talking with Bananas and Wes, and then making that comment about what she wants to do with the money. It just kind of, it was everything together. It just kind of rubbed me just like, girl, bye. You are not meant for the challenge, okay?
I felt bad for her.
What's funny about her is that was said on episode 1. Like, people already kind of saw her and how she was moving, and they were like, "Yeah, she ain't."
They said her
like,
social skills were shit.
They
so.
peeped it like right away, and we saw what happened. She was eliminated. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And I
was
mean,
what it was.
A
Did
dead
she win?
giveaway.
Mhm.
Well,
Did
I don't
she win
know.
Amazing Race? Or was she just
I don't know.
I don't
I don't know, but a dead giveaway about her personality that I was like, oh, you kind of funny, is she sees Dee clocking Rogan, and she's new. She doesn't really care to build bonds, build friendships. She's like, I'm going to keep talking to Rogan. The easiest thing for her to do was to imagine how her experience would have been had she never gave Rogan the time of day.
Oh, that's true.
But you know what? Those girls are very catty.
Yeah.
And if a new chick comes in,
Why would you jump in the middle of some catty girls?
But that's my whole thing. Maybe they didn't even give her a chance to like even talk to them. Because what I loved, Anissa, she said, honey, she came ready with a full face, but that's all she was ready for. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like the females were hating on her. Right.
We'll talk about that in news and gossip, though. I'm addressing that.
All right, girl. Well, we gonna talk that, girl.
But we know who did the worst in the daily challenge. But you know, it was kind of shocking who did the best yet again was Corey. Normally he loses and he's still very cocky, and now he's winning and he's pretty mature about it.
Yeah, I feel like Corey definitely grew up somewhat because he always, when he was on the previous challenges, he was always very cocky, and it just never really played well for him. And so I feel like, and he hasn't been on there in a while.
Yeah.
So I feel like he definitely came with a new agenda, and he kind of was just like, all right, I'm gonna play, you know, a solid game. I'm gonna kind of stay level-headed. I mean, this is his second tribunal that he's in because he got gifted the first one, and he won to get in this next one.
Yeah.
So
I don't hate him right now.
Yeah,
I
was
don't
very
like him, but I don't hate him.
You said you don't like him?
Well, no.
Oh, right.
Right.
Just in general.
History.
In general. No, I mean, I'm with you. He is playing a better game.
But he's doing well here.
He's playing a better game. He's a better game. I was extremely surprised at, speaking of the challenge still, that Jordan did so bad. Like, Jordan always kills it. He always kills it. And I know we just discussed earlier about, you know, couples being in there. And he was definitely worried about Tori because he wanted to give her a leg up, being that it was a girl elimination. But it was bad. Like,
I mean,
2 out of 9.
What do you guys think? What do you think the strategy was? Because they were blaming it on the helicopter as to why they weren't making it. But the other two teams, I mean, pretty much did very well.
Who are we talking about here?
We're just talking about just like knocking the boxes onto the
target,
the platform. I think it was literally just the timing. You know, Jordan just didn't get the timing right, you know, enough. I think if he got the timing quicker, it would have been, you know, I mean, a lot easier to gain that momentum and gain that confidence to be like, okay, we're getting closer and closer. But the first drop was so way off. You know what I mean? And they were the first ones to go, so I think he was a little shook. And then he had to keep on going, and he was still missing. So it probably got in his head.
Yeah, and I mean,
definitely. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think it's the pressure. He's overthinking it. He's not playing for himself. That's it.
Yeah, and I think too, which is kind of crazy, like when challenges come around, it's usually like the first people who do the challenge don't have the benefit. But I think with this challenge, it didn't matter if you're going first, second, or third.
So equal.
Because you're coming off of a helicopter. Like, you don't know what the difference is going to be.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, no, it didn't matter in this case. And I agree with you, Melody. I think it was just the pressure that he was playing, you know, because he had Tori in the back. And I think he, you know what I'm saying? He just waited too hard. Because I feel like Wes should have been in that category. I think Wes would have been a better, but he probably, knowing Jordan, he's probably like, no, I got that. I'm going to do that part. Because he felt like he probably could do it the best. And So, real quick before we get into our guest, I do want to talk about kind of how Dee really paired up so well with Jenny, excuse me, I should say. And really knocks Tori and didn't really have anything for Tori. I thought Tori basically, because of what happened, and she was mentioning it several times about helping her from last season get that money. And I felt like she was going to side with her. And the fact that she was so hard with siding with Jenny,
right.
I was just clueless at that. I just couldn't believe that. I thought she would definitely have Tori's back.
I think there's more to that we don't know yet. Honestly.
There has to be because I mean at the end of the day though, last season, yes, they all ran the final together, but Dee was throwing in Tori and Jordan left and right. So the fact that Tori wants to be so close with her, you know, is kind of shocking in a way because, you know, Tori and Jordan everyone was out to get them last season.
Yes.
So they must have bonded for sure, like once they got into the final, because Tori and Jordan did help the UK make it into the final. So maybe it goes back to that. But yeah, Jenny, it's a little random. I kind of need to know where that blossomed.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out because it is guest time, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
Guest time. Our guest is in the building. Check it out. Mic check, mic check, mic check. So our guest today, you might have seen her on Geordie Shore. You might have seen her on previous challenges. Matter of fact, last season, she was the only woman to win at the very end, $250,000. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the stage is Dee! Hey! I got my tea over here.
Hey, wait. As an Aussie would say, g'day, mate. How's it going?
Hey!
Cheers,
Yo.
guys.
It's
Yeah.
going, G.
Cheers. Cheers.
Dang,
Cheers.
everyone got a bottle? Okay, cheers.
Yeah, I'm drinking tea. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you for having
I will
me.
say congratulations on killing it this episode. Man, it was crazy. I mean, literally, not only winning the challenge, right? But you got to do what you wanted to do in the elimination by putting your girl in, and she won, so it worked to your favor. I want to kind of start with the whole situation that we saw play out between you and Tori. So you had a few different conversations with Tori. Tori felt like you owed her from last season, you know, saying her words were she helped you win. Her and Jordan, you know, with the way the team, you know, worked out that season. And so you disagreed, and you guys had a conversation about it when you guys were interviewing her.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that situation with Tori? Do you feel like does she deserve anything, or do you feel like you made your plans and you were sticking with them?
Yeah, okay. So there's probably a few things to unpack there. Firstly, Jordan and Tori never helped me in season 34 until they came into our team, until they got thrown in by the US, and then they chose to switch sides to the UK.
Mm-hmm.
All well and
I remember
good.
that.
Love them to death. Great competitors. Nothing bad against them personally. Competitively, they're two of the most strongest people in this game. Obviously, I'm going to keep on their good side. Obviously, I need to make them happy. But my thing is, I am loyal to a fault. We all know this. That's my fucking MO. That's my problem. I am too loyal and too trusting to people who don't deserve it. Came into season 34. Right, US didn't want me, even though West was there. I was like, all right, fuck you guys, going over to the UK. Go over to the UK. I got stuck with CT, who's a reinforcement. I'm like, right, me and you, Pops, we're gonna make this happen. Fuck it. We are the ones that weren't chosen. Fuck it. Let's just cruise. Let's just ride this out.
Mm-hmm.
At no point in time did I ever make a deal with Jordan and Tori in season 34 until they came over to our team, and still to the very last minute. The only time where I accepted that they were part of my team and then that they were going to help me win was when Jordan, myself, Rogan, and CT made it to that second leg. And I was like, damn, this shit is real now. D, you got to fucking work because you are literally about to win. That's when game mode D switched on.
Right.
So this whole thing about her thinking I owe them one or whatever, that to me wasn't like part of it, because that was season 34. Season 35, me coming in, clean slate, except for the certain people that I fuck with. Wes, obviously. Rogan, because we just won together, obviously. Maddie, because War of the Worlds won. Ashley, because she actually helped me War of the Worlds too. Jordan and Tori were just outliers. Yeah, they're cool. I love them as people, but they were never part of that equation. Jenny reached out to me before we even filmed season 35. Hey, love your vibe. You're a strong girl. I'm a strong girl. Can we link up? Can we do this? Me in my head, I was like, fuck yeah, Jenny, she's fucking legend. She's a Shermanator. I am going to make sure the biggest chick and the baddest bitch in this house is my number one. No one's going to fuck with me. And that's what transpired.
Well, and that makes a lot of sense, because a part of me was like, well, it seemed like, well, from what we see on TV, that you did have more time with Tori and Jordan. Jordan did make a comment though about Thailand. What was
Thailand?
He said that you said to them that they were going to be your number ones, like in Thailand.
Yes, because I was coming off the win. So that conversation I had in Thailand was literally when we just won. I came back into my hotel room, and Tori and I were sharing a hotel room because that's just the way they set it up. But obviously, Tori and Jordan are recently engaged. She's not going to fucking stay in the room with me. She's going to stay in the room with Jordan. So I was like to Tori, I was like, fuck, man, like, you know what? Fuck what everyone else said about you guys. You guys are actually like so cool. I really fuck with you. Like, I really love Tori and Jordan's vibe as individuals outside of the challenge. But something in the challenge, I don't know what it is. We're just too competitive, and that's what I love, you know. So I said to her, I was like, listen, next season coming in, let's do this together. Let's see what we can do. Like, let's just see what we can work with. But never a point in time where I said, yes, Tori, you are my number one girl. Jenny, yes, you're my number two. I only promised my number one spot to Jenny.
Got it.
Which makes so much more sense now because we realize, and this was kind of my prediction when I was watching. I was like, I think she promised a number one spot to Jenny because of how strong of a competitor she is. So she wants to have that ally as she's going to go deeper and deeper into the game. So that makes total sense because the way we watched it, we couldn't really tell, but now I kind of see it full circle.
I appreciate that, Nino. I completely agree with that.
So I need to get real with you, Dee. So let's talk.
Okay, bring it on.
So,
okay, let's go.
She's ready. She wants to take a sip.
So I want to know what it is about Rogan that you are still hung up on him. Because, girl, let me tell you, he made me so mad the way he treated you last season. I was so upset. And I think this is why, people are talking on Twitter, like, and I want to know how you feel about that, about all the people talking about how, like, oh, stupid she is for, like, still having feelings for him. And I think it's because we all just saw how badly he mistreated you. And I'm so passionate about it because last season I was just like, oh, I hate him so much,
Yeah.
So tell us, what is it about Rogan that, coming back into this challenge that you, didn't want him to talk to anyone else and you still wanted to try to make it work?
All right. Sensei. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen here. What you're feeling is literally what every single fucking woman on this planet Earth feels every single day of her fucking life. Every single day where a trash bag, toxic ex-boyfriend comes into her life, say, hey baby, give me one more chance, let me do it. And then every single female on this planet Earth, if you haven't experienced this, you're a fire. We all want what we can't have. We all love it. Melody, you know what I'm talking about. We're here. We're all big masochists. We love pain and suffering. We love drama. That's what I am. I'm a messy fucking bitch, and I love the fucking chase. I love drama, and that's why I'm on. And that's why I'm on MTV, baby.
And you can't be mad at that. What did we say? What did we say? She's not hiding it, and I think that's so. You gotta applaud that you're not hiding it because that's so real.
I appreciate that, Nino, and that's what I want to do, and for all you guys, I appreciate you having me on your platform to speak, because literally, like, I don't care about people saying shit about me, but when it comes to saying shit about my actual friends or people I care about, that's when I go psycho. So if you want a reaction, come for one of my friends and I will go in. Whatever they're doing on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, saying like I'm trash and all that, I don't give a flying fuck, because I'm happy, man. I'm here. I got a great life. I'm living in Kansas and I'm fucking rich.
Okay.
Hey,
my thing is,
everybody, she's rich, Dee is rich.
Hey, drop that.
And that is a big fact. I mean, the thing is coming into it, I am rooting for you because you got so much slack last season with people doubting your ability to win a challenge. So coming into this season, I was excited to see you play this game again, because now it's like you can be cocky, you can be that arrogant bitch, because you did win and you proved everybody wrong. So for those people to say that, now did you look a little crazy by sleeping on the top bank of Rogan's,
Okay, but okay, let's unpack that craziness. This is what happened in my brain, okay? We're rushing in the fucking bunker. Everyone needs to get the best fucking room, because we all know you don't want to be stuck with a shit room all season. Last season in Thailand, I was stuck in a room with 8 girls, 1 bathroom. Georgia is one messy fucking bitch, okay? I did not want a room with another Georgia situation. So I am running into that motherfucker, making sure I get the best bathroom and the best bed. I run in. There's 2 rooms with bunk beds. I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Which one do I choose? Do I go with the US girls or do I go with the UK girls? What do I do? Fuck it. All right. The US girls look kind of mean. Go to the UK girls. Going to the UK girls. Fuck. The only spare bed's above Rogan. Shit. What do I do? Oh, fuck it. I'm a crazy bitch. Let's sleep on top of it.
Girl.
That's literally the way my brain works.
Makes
but
sense.
Then the way your brain works, it was kind of like you were just there to make sure you kept your eye on Rogan, to make sure he wasn't keeping his eye on any other girl. Girl, why torture yourself?
Well, I made sure I had options open, babe. I was on top of Rogan. So this was me. This was Rogan. This was Jen. This was CT. And Jay was over here.
Wow.
Okay.
Hello. So Jay was over here. Dee's here. Dee can keep an eye on Rogan, but Dee can also keep an eye on Jay.
And we saw that preview. We
Uh-huh.
saw that preview.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You and
It's
Jesse
like
said,
Rogan can't move on, but I'm gonna sure move on with Jay.
Hey, maybe I did, maybe I didn't, but I just want to say I want to marry Jay. I love Jay. You guys should definitely get him on your podcast.
Oh yeah,
'cause
we already
he
get
is-
him.
Well,
Coming on
Oh
in 2
wait, you
weeks.
guys,
Yes.
you guys already do?
Yeah.
Oh, he's good vibes. You love it.
No,
I don't
he's
want to say
awesome.
too much.
we know
Yeah.
Jay. We
know
love
Jay.
Jay. So
Yeah,
Oh,
we
you
met
guys
him
know
before.
Jay?
Yeah, we know
Yeah.
Jay.
Yeah.
Why did it take you so long to reach out to me?
Well, we haven't been covering the
No,
challenge.
this is only our first episode. We did a teaser with a song,
Oh.
and then you're our first guest for our full show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love a song.
And girl,
I
how
love
does
a
it
song
feel
as
to
well.
have a whole episode named after you?
Hey, it's not the first time.
I love it.
I think this is the second time that there was an episode named after me. The first one was the swimming purge, or it was called D-Day or something, and this one was, what was this one? What was this one
Sweet
called
dreams
again?
are made of D.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
that's a good name.
Oh, that should be a book.
That should be a total book.
And then just like I have quotes in there of like all my sassiness and everything that I've said. I was like, I need to make that into a book.
Yeah, all your deisms. All right.
I mean, it is a song
Ooh,
title, a very
deism.
popular song title. Now that can be your little theme song when you walk around.
Absolutely.
I love that. Hashtag deism.
I have a question real quick. Okay, so there was a twist with the tribunal. You could basically go in. That was a really big twist for everybody or whatnot. Do you regret at all not taking that chance to go in because you saw how quick and how fast Jenny won and Jen got eliminated? What were your thoughts at that point? Were you like, damn, I should have gone in, or were you okay with what you felt?
Hell fucking yes, man. Like I went in, I had my butterfly clips in my hair. I was looking super cute. I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited to watch this elimination go down. This is going to be great. Jenny's going to get rid of Jen. Yes, yes. Bye-bye, Earthlings. Anyway.
Earthling. I forgot.
Anyway, moving on from that. I was standing there and TJ was like, say your vote. I was like, yes, fuck yes. And then TJ goes, but you guys, you can choose to go down if you want to. So, Dee, do you want it? And I looked at him. I was like, TJ, you're fucking kidding me. Could you not have chosen another day where I don't have butterfly clips in my hair? It took me 2 hours to curl this fucking hair. And now you're telling me I had the chance to go down and beat Jen, my literal arch nemesis? So I was like,
arch nemesis.
I was like, all right, fuck it. But I was like, nah, you can't risk it because you lost to day one and you don't want to underestimate people. I was like, yeah, but it would be so good. You can build your elimination record. I was like, nah, don't do it. Sorry, Teach, not today. Send Jenny down. Love her. Go for it, Jenny. And everyone's like, what? Oh my God. If you're not good up here, as my friend Maddie would say, you're not going to be good in the game. You need to be mentally prepared for every single elimination because that is your only shot at $1 million. That elimination is everything.
We were talking before you came on. I was saying exactly that. I've been a fan of the challenge since day one. And it's so much of a mental when you go on that elimination. You have to prepare yourself mentally to be ready for the elimination. If you're not, you can get caught slipping and you could any given Sunday, like football, you could go home because you don't know what the game is. You don't know how it's going to play out. You don't know how your opponent's going to do, even though you may think it's going to be a layup. It may not be. And then you go home and that's it. You're done. So I'm not mad at the fact that you pass it on to Jen. I mean, obviously hindsight is 20/20, but I think you had the smart play and not risking it.
On that note, I was kind of hoping you were going to go in, but what were you going to say?
Oh, Melody, did you have something to say as well?
No, I just don't like how much you underestimated yourself. Because when I look at you and what you can do, and then when I look at her and what she can do, I was like, oh, it's easy. Girl. Take that shot.
But you know what? It's easy for you girls to say that because you girls are literally on the outside looking in. For me, I'm still the same fucking girl that I was before I was on the challenge, like I'm still insecure sometimes. I'm a fucking female. Our hormones are up and down, mood swings.
Yeah.
Just ask Nehemiah, like he's my roommate and he's seen like me at my best and me at my worst, but that's just how we are. And I just want you girls to know that it's okay. Like, I don't care. It's okay that I'm like that. It's okay I have insecurities. It's okay that I have doubts. It's okay that I'm scared, because that's what the challenge is. That's why people tune in and watch, because we make people feel something, okay? It's not about us like, oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. No, if we make people feel something, if we have a platform for people to talk, that's all we need, because too many people, like too many reality stars, and not only reality stars, but everyone in the world have killed themselves over like literal trolls. And I know that's harsh to say, it's very confronting, but people have killed themselves because that is the reality. And too many good people, too many people my age, and too many young people are doing it daily because they can't express their originality. They can't express how much they are loved, because like I've got fans messaging me saying, I don't know what to do. How do I tell my mum? If you can't even tell your mum your deepest, darkest secret, I want to be there and you can tell me. That's all I want.
I love that.
Right.
I love that.
Shout out to Dee!
Let's get some money!
She's rich and she's in Kansas! So, before we let you go, please let the people know where they can find you on the social medias and all that good stuff.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate your time. So I am new on Twitter. Please follow me at Dee Nguyen NTV. I'm trying to get myself verified, so ask Twitter for me. Apparently, they're not doing it. Anyways, and then I'm on Instagram at Dee Nguyen, Nguyen.
Give it up one more time for Dee.
Hashtag Deism! Woohoo!
Hashtag Deism.
Girl, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. For those of you who know how we get down, I always have this segment called A Minute with Uncle Lim. And of course, I have it ready today because I have someone that deserves it well. And it's none other than Miss Jen. We've talked about her already. Our guest has talked about her. So I'm going to talk about her some more. Jen, have you not seen any of the other challenges? Why would you listen to the two most diabolical manipulators in all of challenge history? Bananas took all the money and ran when he and Sarah won several seasons ago. If Wes and his mom were a team, I'm sure that he would put her in an elimination before him. You literally gave a speech and started it with greetings, earthlings. Girl, I need you to get it together. That sounds like it was a science fiction movie from the 70s. Weren't you in Amazing Race, right? You were in Amazing Race. Maybe they had it wrong. You actually sang Amazing Grace in your junior high school choir. And that's all I have to say. And
Lem,
you wouldn't have
Amazing
to do all
Grace.
that.
I am so done.
you didn't have to do it like that.
I have to read her like that.
I think MTV already did it with the edits. So. Damn.
I had to.
So listen, Jen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Beautiful woman. I think you have a great personality outside of the challenge. I just don't think it was meant for you, honestly. Like,
no, it was not.
Too nice and too naive, and I think you have to have a little bit of grit to make this work for you.
Sure.
Yes.
Come back. Maybe come back. I don't know.
All right,
Maybe
y'all.
not.
It is
Maybe not.
it is time for
Is it time?
and gossip. Let's do it. Oh
Yes,
my
you
God!
guys, I know you have been missing me and all the messiness that comes with. Earlier we were talking about how Sensei was saying that maybe the girls were just hating on Jen and didn't give her a chance, but a lot of the cast was, Twitter fingers were busy today, and they let us know what it was. So I'm just gonna read off a few of them.
Okay.
So Ashley tweets today. Random fact, I actually tried to have a talk with Jen about the girls, the game, etc. And she pretty much gave me the talk to the hand. So I'm happy to see her go down to the toughest in the house.
Ooh.
And then Melissa chimes in and says, OMG, same. I tried to be there for her, but she was not interested at all. And then even one of the guys, Swaggy C, literally every girl tried to talk to her. She 1,000,000% didn't want to talk to any of them. And again, Melissa, I know me and Big T went out of our way to try and be friends with her after she said she felt isolated, and we just got the cold shoulder because we didn't have penises.
Honey, was my sugar daddy comment not correct? Okay.
So it looks like her people skills really are exactly what everyone was saying.
And you can't have that on the challenge. That is not going to work in your favor whatsoever.
It doesn't work in the world, period.
True.
So,
True. You're right. You're right.
And then some switching lanes. I didn't know if everyone knows Melissa is pregnant, and apparently she has been pregnant even while filming the challenge.
Really?
Wow.
I heard that.
I saw that.
Yeah, so apparently she was like 1-2 weeks pregnant, like the first night of the show. She was already.
How long did they film?
Well, she was there for I want to say for 2 months.
They film usually for 2 months.
Yeah, they film it for 2 months. So she was at least there for like a good month and a half.
Yeah, so she put out a video. You guys can check her out. She put out a YouTube video saying she didn't know she was pregnant. She thought she had no symptoms, just thought she was gaining weight. So yeah, I mean, how do we feel? Like, she's out here doing these challenges. She works hard. So it's like, girl, you doing all that pregnant?
I mean,
it'll be interesting too to watch it knowing that she's pregnant the entire time.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, you know, that's just crazy. I'm just gonna leave it there.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's crazy to me that apparently they do take it upon themselves to give everyone a physical before the show. But it was they do that like a month before the show. So apparently it happened within that month before the show.
Yeah.
So that when it happened, and it's totally possible, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, not know.
But they should switch up the rules then, because like before going in, they should check up on them.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, well, maybe that's a lesson learned.
Yeah, maybe they should tighten that portion up just in case. Because a month after a physical, something could happen to you.
I know, that's crazy.
You know what I mean?
But
I honestly don't think she knew. So yeah.
Yeah, no, she's like, if she knew, she wouldn't be doing none of those challenges.
Yeah. Right.
There's no way. Of course not.
It's way too physical. There's no way.
Yeah, no way.
There's no
Congrats to her though.
Yeah, shout out to her. And you know, I'm shocked at like a lot of the big players are kind of background right now. Like, I forgot Nelson is even on the show.
They're chilling. They're chilling.
But you know what? They're chilling because they're trying to come in with a different energy, I feel like.
Well, I'm gonna need some old messy energy. I need Melissa to pop off, pregnant or not. I need that girl. We know what she can do. So
you're trust me, you're going to get it. Like,
you're gonna get
they definitely are gonna have messy moments. I think with the veterans, though, the veterans, like you said, like even CT, I forgot CT was on the show.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
We didn't see any of Nani. This episode.
But it was
a lot of veterans are just chill.
It was interesting to see CT kind of freak out at the fact that they have to go into elimination, because he was like, he's like, I'm always the guy to like get past the eliminations because I intimidate people not to put me in. But like, now I actually have to go into an elimination. Who's gonna vote me in? I mean, the weaklings are really gonna get weeded out early on. So
and what's gonna happen is the people that are gonna do well are gonna try to put themselves up early and then go against and try to manipulate to go against a weaker player. Right. That's basically gonna be the strategy now until it gets to the point where it just everyone's even. So it's just gonna be even Steven trying to get in there, and not everybody's gonna have a chance. So you're gonna have some people that'll never get into an elimination and gonna get eliminated and not make it to finals. And the person who I'm looking forward to get into that elimination is Ashley. Oh yeah. Because she has always just like slid by, it ruffles people's feathers, talks the most shit when it's like, girl, why don't you?
Who are some people that y'all want to see go in there against each other?
I think it'll be dope because you know how Wes and Bananas are working together this season.
Okay.
Oh, for them to go ahead
finally have a top dog, right?
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, they've competed before in elimination, but the fact that they're working together, they're not enemies this season, it would be karma for them to be, they have to be in together.
Right.
Okay.
So that'll be a good elimination.
I personally would love to see Ashley and Tori in an
That would be a good one
elimination.
too.
Yeah.
That would be a good one too.
Yeah.
I would definitely, Tori, I think will just demolish her.
Oh, yeah.
And-
Again, unless it's a puzzle. So,
Right.
I
Unless
know.
the math equation.
Tori, get these puzzles,
I know.
girl.
I hope that she worked on some puzzles over the break, because that killed her at the end. She didn't get to win the
Last
money.
season too, yeah.
Yeah, because she had a puzzle and she literally
Exactly.
could not solve the puzzle in time.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not as well versed on last seasons or the past couple seasons, but from what I do see, I do want to see Miss Jenny and Tori go head to head, because I think that would be like a crazy fun thing to see. Really two big.
Because Jenny does have to go back in, right? At the end somehow.
Well, she doesn't have to do an elimination.
Yeah, she already got her. She already
can make it to finals now.
Yeah, so
she's eligible for finals.
Yeah,
yeah. But she can go in again, which will be interesting to see if she does go in again, because I kind of agree with everyone that it's not really the smartest decision on Dee's end.
It's
to
not.
have let Jenny in. Like, it was the easiest.
So quick and so fast.
She should have, but I do respect the fact of loyalty. Now I hope Jenny will be just as loyal to Dee. That's what I'm hoping for, because that's the only reason why Dee would have done that, is for Jenny's loyalty to her, which I think is very smart, because what we know so far, Jenny is very loyal. So it's going to be interesting to see if she can be that loyal person to Dee because of that.
I think she will. I mean, she's proved herself. I think she will. But I will say this: if Dee would have put herself in instead of Jenny, I don't think Jenny would have been mad. I honestly don't think, because it would have been good strategy. And no one knew, that was going to happen. So
Jenny said it too. Jenny said it on air. She said that she wouldn't have been mad if Dee took that chance, just because it just seemed like the perfect opportune time to do so.
Absolutely.
All
right, y'all. Well, we have done this episode. It is wrapped up. Shout out again to Dee for being our guest. She was yes, that was amazing.
She's a real one. She's a real
one.
Yeah, I definitely have mad respect from her, especially hearing the whole situation and how she kind of broke everything down. So
I hope people could see this too, and I hope they could see her outside of that light and see her in this light, especially with the mental health stuff she was talking about. That's super real.
For sure.
I just hope to see that side of her.
Absolutely. All right, y'all. So you know who I am, Slim Gonzalez, aka Uncle Lim, and you can find me everywhere at Uncle Lim. Sensei, where you at?
You guys know where to follow me at Sensei Don't Play. You guys can go to my YouTube page to find this episode, youtube.com/Sensei Don't Play. That's SINSE Don't Play. They're going to be 9 a.m. every Thursday morning, so you guys make sure you guys tune in.
Absolutely. Melly, where you at?
You guys can check me out everywhere at Melody_Rose. And if you guys missed our last episode, the link will be down below in the description. So make sure you check that one out too.
Yes.
For sure. Nino.
Hey, y'all, it's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Neil Lanero on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and all that good stuff. Definitely leave us a comment. Let us know what you guys thought of this episode. And make sure to give us a thumbs up as well, too. And subscribe to Sensei's YouTube, because this is where it's all going to be at.
Yes.
You heard it here. We are done. Episode closed.
Extra.
Until next week.
Peace.
Peace.